Hi, my name is Kenneth, and good morning. Greetings from Switzerland, and I'm happy to be able to share with you about EU Business School this morning.
안녕하세요. 김도원 팀장입니다. 이번 시간에는 EU 비즈니스 대학 담당자인 케니 담당자가 학교 설명을 드리겠습니다.
For a business education, today I will share with you why, how a business education is quite special and different at EU in Europe, because we have a strong emphasis to help our students become successful in their business career by doing two things.
오늘 알아보실 거는 이제 유럽 대학교에 대해서 알아보실 건데 일단 여러 캠퍼스들을 먼저 소개해 드리고 진행을 하도록 하겠습니다.
One is to help students have practical business skills, and the second is to help students connect with the business world.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, and we have many, we are an international business school, and all courses are in English, and we have 4 campuses in Europe: Barcelona, Geneva, Montreux, and Munich.
EU 비즈니스 스쿨은 1973년에 설립된 학교입니다. 그래서 스페인에 있는 바르셀로나, 스위스에 있는 제네바, 몬트레, 그리고 독일 미넨에 캠퍼스가 있습니다.
So our locations are very important for giving the type of education that I was talking about, because if you notice, these are cities that are not only beautiful cities in Europe, but more importantly, these are where there are a high concentration of international and European companies.
이 3개국이 위치한 4개 캠퍼스의 주변 환경은 생활하기 좋은 곳일 뿐만 아니라 수준 높은 교육 환경을 갖추고 있는 유럽에서 중요한 경제 선진국입니다. 그래서 EU는 캠퍼스의 위치를 중요하게 생각하고 있고 비즈니스 교육에 가장 적합한 곳에 대학을 설립하였습니다.
So let me take you on a very quick tour of these cities. First one, Barcelona. As you can see, and it is a capital of culture and business. Many people know it as a place where, it's like the California of Europe. A lot of tourism, beautiful place. But what many people do not know so well is that it's also a startup city with a lot of startup companies in different fields like leisure and tourism, marketing, IT, e-banking, and so on. So you'll see these are some examples of the companies that are based there.
첫 번째는 이제 유럽의 캘리포니아라고 불리는 문화와 비즈니스의 도시 바르셀로나입니다. IT 산업, 마케팅 산업이 활발하게 이루어지고 있는 도시입니다.
Moving on, if you see Switzerland and Geneva, this is where I am based in right now. This is a center for diplomacy and business, and there are many financial institutions here. It's a banking hub, as well as international organizations, including very famously the United Nations, the Red Cross, and so on. So 40% of the people here are international people, expatriates like me, and same story. It has a very strong presence of these international companies and organizations in this city.
제니바는 비즈니스의 도시로 잘 알려져 있습니다. 금융, 외교 중심지인 제네바는 국제기구, 금융기관, 다국적 기업의 본사들이 밀접해 있는 도시입니다.
Moving on to Germany, and these are some of the examples of those companies in Geneva and Switzerland. Moving on to Germany, in Munich, you will see that it is an educational and business hub. It is also very high in the rankings in terms of quality of life, number 3 in the whole world. And it is the city and Germany is the #1 economy in the whole of Europe in terms of economic activity. And most of these activities in Germany are concentrated in Munich. So that is where all the educational as well as the business and professional opportunities are. And it's no surprise that there's a strong presence again of all sorts of companies in that city, including very famously BMW. We know that very well. We love that car, but also many small to medium businesses, within that gives our students the kind of internship and job opportunities also.
그래서 미넨 또한 독일의 미넨 또한 독일의 이제 경제와 교육의 중심지이고 유럽에서 경제 1위인 국가입니다. 많은 국제적인 기업과 기관들이 미넨에 자리 잡고 있고 대표적으로 BMW 본사도 미넨에 있습니다.
So in short, to summarize these three places, what is common amongst all our campus locations? Well, first of all, you will see that there's a strong quality of education in these countries that we are in. Second, there's a strong quality of life. These are some of the most beautiful places and tourist destinations. But more importantly, as a business school, there's a very high quality of jobs and companies available in these cities and countries that gives our students the type of environment that can help them get a practical business education and also be connected with these companies and learn from these companies. Finally, yeah, please.
앞에 말씀드렸듯이 EU 대학 캠퍼스들이 위치한 도시들이 수준 높은 교육과 생활 환경을 갖추고 있습니다. 그뿐 아니라 좋은 직장과 인턴십을 할 수 있는 환경이기 때문에 이곳에서 공부한 학생들에게는 가장 큰 장점이라고 볼 수 있습니다. 그리고 취업을 준비하는 학생들에게는 독일에서 1년 반, 스페인에서 1년의 스테이백 비자를 제공합니다. 그래서 졸업한 학생들은 일정 기간 동안 유럽에 남아 직장을 찾을 수 있는 기간을 얻을 수 있습니다. 또한 3년간의 학사 과정을 공부하는 학생들은 한 캠퍼스에서 공부할 수도 있지만 매년 캠퍼스로 옮겨 공부할 수 있습니다.
Yeah, so I may have missed the last point there, but the final point is that it's also really important that these countries are countries that welcome not just students, but also international talent to continue to work in these countries. In Germany, 1.5 years. In Spain, students, when they graduate, can stay 1 year. And for Koreans, I just need to mention as well that in countries like Germany, that they welcome you so much that they do not even require you, the students or family, to apply for visa when you are coming. You just need an admission letter from the university, and you can fly straight to the country.
네, 아까 앞서 말씀드렸던 것처럼 취업을 준비하는 학생들에게 이제 유럽에서 비자가 나오고, 추가적으로 독일에서는 특별하게 한국 학생이나 한국분이 이제 공부를 하러 들어갈 때는 따로 비자 신청을 하지 않고 일단 입학 신청을 한 뒤에 독일로 가서 비자를 받는 과정이라고 합니다.
Okay, great, thank you. So what is a business education like at EU Business School? I just want to cover a few key points so that you know how it's like studying here. First of all, it's a very international student body, and 98% of the students come from more than 100 countries. So it's a very, very international student body, very much like a United Nations. So it's very, very great conducive environment for studying international business. Okay, and at the same time, the classes are conducted in small class sizes. So it's currently average around 25 students per class. So this way students can have an individualized and personalized education. I mentioned just now as well about practical business skill set, and we don't just want to teach students theory. We want students to learn about practical business. So it's very important that our faculty, our professors have practical business experience, many of them 10, 20 years of international or European business experience. And for us, it's also very important that they have experiential business learning. They experience that through guest speakers as well as company visits.
네, EU 비즈니스 스쿨에서 공부해야 하는 이유에 대해서 말씀드리겠습니다. 우선 국제적인 환경으로 100개국 이상의 여러 국적을 가진 학생들이 공부하고 있고 대부분의 학생들이 영어를 포함한 2개 이상의 언어를 구사합니다. 소규모 클래스로 이루어져서 교수진 간 밀접하게 소통하여 규칙적인 피드백으로 학생들의 학업 성취도를 높입니다. 그리고 매년 영향력 있는 지도자들을 초청해 연설을 들을 수 있고 경험 많은 경영인들을 초청해 강연을 합니다. 이유는 매년마다 꾸준히 경영학 교육 분야에서 높은 랭킹을 유지를 하고 있습니다.
So our philosophy of education and effectiveness has been recognized as well in the form of the QS rankings, where we are placed within the 50 in Europe, as well as the top 150 in the world.
그래서 QS 세계 대학 순위는 영국의 대학 평가 기관으로서 EU의 경제학 분야의 우수성을 4개 별점으로 평가를 하였고 현재 경영학 석사 과정인 MBA 프로그램을 유럽 프로그램 상위 탑 50으로 평가를 했습니다. EU의 온라인 MBA는 CEO 매거진에서 전 세계 1위로 선정되어 있습니다.
We also have good accrediting partners, 2 from the UK, University of Derby and University of Roehampton, London, as well as a Spanish university, UCAM, that gives our students the opportunity for dual degree options.
그리고 영국과 스위스에 있는 파트너 대학교들이 있습니다. 듀얼 프로그램을 통해서 복수 졸업장도 취득할 수 있습니다.
Yeah, moving on. It's important to mention as well, because this is really one of the key strengths at EU as well, the exposure that we give students to companies in Europe, as well as access to business leaders such as these that you see here, the chairman of Nestle, leadership from the banks, as well as top companies like LVMH, international organizations like the UN and so on. These are the companies and organizations that our students get exposure to. If you look at the next slide, because this is the time when we have more virtual conferences, you will see that in the month of June and July, we also have an amazing lineup of speakers, the co-founder of Starbucks, economists at Goldman Sachs. We're going to have very soon the president of Four Seasons Hotel, as well as the CEO of Google, Belgium and Luxembourg, speaking directly to students and sharing their business insights and strategies.
네. 앞에서 EU에서는 비즈니스 실습 수업과 기업 방문 등 여러 가지 수업 형태로 진행된다고 말씀드렸습니다. 강사들을 통해 직접 겪었던 경험을 들음으로써 동기부여를 얻을 수 있는 시간이 있습니다. 저번 달과 이번 달에는 온라인 컨퍼런스로 다양한 분야의 CEO들을 초대하여서 강의를 들을 수 있는 이벤트를 진행 중입니다. 코로나 영향으로 이번에는 온라인으로 진행이 되었지만 추후에는 학생들이 CEO들을 만나 강의를 직접 들을 것입니다. 이번 강연에는 벨기에와 룩셈부르크 구글 CEO, 포시즌 호텔 경영자, 그리고 스타벅스 공동 창설자인 경영인이 초대되었습니다. 초대 경영자의 라인업도 매년 달라 다양한 리더들을 만나볼 수 있습니다.
So next I'll talk about the programs that are available at EU Business School. We have programs both at the bachelor, master's, and MBA level. So for the bachelor level, you can see that we have quite a wide range of available business programs, because we are specializing in business. So besides the most classic business administration bachelor, we do have a range of majors that cater to different interests. So you including international relations, sports management, leisure and tourism, business finance, and also the newest one that we has been available to students since 1.5 years ago, the digital business design and innovation. So you will see that there's quite a good range of available programs at the bachelor level that you can choose from. They are all 3-year programs over 6 semesters. And as I mentioned just now, you can choose any campus or do campus transfers between our campuses during the time of your bachelor program.
다음은 EU 비즈니스 스쿨 과목 목록입니다. 비즈니스를 비롯한 다양하고 폭이 넓은 경제학과들이 있습니다. 경영, 국제교류, 투리즘 매니지먼트, 스포츠 매니지먼트, 그리고 디지털 비즈니스, 디자인 이노베이션, 그리고 비즈니스 금융학 등 많은 비즈니스 관련 학과들이 있습니다.
We also have the foundation program. So if in the events that applicants have sort of do not meet with the academic requirements, or in case the English requirements are not enough, we do have foundation programs that help students prepare before you start the bachelor program. So there are 2 foundation programs. One is the English foundation program for students who do not meet the English requirement, and for students if academically they do not qualify directly, there is the foundation program called the Business Bridging Program to help students.
성적이 입학 조건에 맞지 않거나 영어 공인 점수가 부족한 학생들은 학사 과정 입학 전 파운데이션 프로그램에 먼저 입학할 수 있습니다. IELTS 점수가 부족한 학생들이 참여할 수 있는 랭귀지 코스와 학업적으로 도움이 필요한 학생들이 참여할 수 있는 비즈니스 브리징 프로그램이 있습니다.
Yeah. Next, for the MBA and Masters, these are 1-year programs. And as you can see, there's also a very good range of majors that students can select from. The latest ones and the newest ones being blockchain management and digital business also. So as I mentioned, we are very updated in terms of the programs that we have that the industry needs. So these are all 1-year programs over 3 study terms and a final dissertation. So at the master's and MBA level, we also have very good programs that students can choose from.
EU에서도 이제 석사 과정과 MBA 과정도 진행을 할 수 있습니다. 이 모든 과정은 1년 프로그램으로 진행이 되고 학사 과정과 동일하게 여러 과목들을 선택하여서 공부를 할 수 있습니다.
Okay, a very important thing to mention as well is, especially for kids who are, 16, 17, 18 years old in high school, it's no surprise if some of them say, I'm not sure what I want to do because they haven't tried many things. So one of the things that we have organized over the past 8 years with very good success are the summer and winter school programs. These programs are not just about, learning English, but more important is to let high school students of that age come to Europe during the summer, especially in our campus, to experience in 2 to 3 weeks, what it's like to attend lessons, what it's like to learn in business workshops, and what it's like to visit companies like, Amazon and Tesla. We take them in this, and of course, since it's a summer program, they will experience what it's like to live and have fun in a city like Barcelona or Munich. So it's a 2 to 3 week program which helps students to have a taste of what it's like to learn business and to be in a European city.
3주간 진행되는 겨울, 여름 학교 프로그램도 있습니다. 겨울은 독일 밀넨에서, 여름은 스페인 바르셀로나에서 진행이 됩니다. 최소 만 16세부터 프로그램을 신청을 할 수 있고 EU에서 수업이 어떻게 진행이 되고 유럽에서는 어떻게 기업들이 일을 하는지 테슬라 또는 아마존과 같은 기업을 직접 방문하고 체험하는 프로그램입니다. 그래서 이 프로그램을 통해 EU 학교에 대한 아이디어를 얻고 비즈니스를 공부하기 전 유럽 문화 생활과 교육 환경을 체험할 수 있는 프로그램입니다.
Yeah. So finally, I just want to mention about our EU career services because this is a very important element of our business education at EU because it's not just about learning and getting a degree, but it's about preparing so that students can be successful in their career and their job search as well. So EU career services provide this whole range of services to students from the time they start with us as students, not after they graduate. So from the time they start, through these, we encourage students to do internships and job searches. We assist them fully. We organize career fairs. We even help students directly with, editing and optimizing their CVs and cover letters and preparing for job interviews.
그래서 EU는 학생들에게 졸업장만 주는 학교가 아니라 커리어 서비스를 통하여 학생들에게 취업 준비나 인턴십을 할 수 있도록 준비시켜주는 프로그램이 있습니다. 각 캠퍼스마다 있는 커리어 어드바이서들이 있습니다. 인턴십과 일자리 정보를 얻고 커리어 박람회, 취업 박람회를 통하여서 여러 직업들을 확인할 수 있습니다. 또한 자기소개서 작성 도움과 취업 인터뷰하는 방법을 배울 수 있습니다.
So students can meet with our career counselors one-to-one, where we help them plan their career, help them to recommend the right types of internships or part-times that they can build up towards, so that by the time they graduate, they have a very good profile and chance to already move on to get their first job in Europe, and also conduct workshops that help them, in their LinkedIn, their personal branding, so that they are well prepared as well and have all the help they need in this journey of first getting internships and then slowly moving on after they graduate into their first job.
그리고 취업 상담을 통해 각 학생들에게 맞는 일자리나 비즈니스 조언을 받고 워크숍을 통해 자신만의 브랜드를 만드는 방법 등 졸업 후 준비할 수 있는 과정들을 배울 수 있는 프로그램입니다.
So next, I'd like to show you a video of another short video of what it's like at such a job fair, where we bring some of these, again, major companies in Europe and international companies together, so that students get to meet with them and in fact do live interviews, so that on the spot they can have job opportunities like that as well.
이번에는 매년 EU에서 진행되는 취업 박람회 장면을 시청하시겠습니다. 스페인 바르셀로나에서 진행이 되었던 커리어 페어입니다. EU가 주최한 박람회에는 유럽에 있는 여러 기업들이 참여를 합니다.
I just came back from a job interview that I had for the company Criteo based in Barcelona. I got to know the manager, and even though the idea was to be formal, it was a very easy conversation, and I learned a lot about the company. I learned about their idea, about the objectives.
I had 3 interviews with Rolling, with Sixt, and with Globo. I think they all went pretty well. I'm just putting myself out there and see what's happening.
패널들을 초청해 경제, 경영에 대한 주제를 나누고 각 기업에 대한 설명과 취업 준비
diverse background, diverse stories.
I was on the first panel discussion. It was pretty interesting. It was about the HR process and how they apply for jobs and what they are looking for, and they told a lot of personal experiences. So it was kind of interesting.
And we saw startup founders and co-founders, and it's nice to hear their experience, and they're telling us how the market is working.
졸업 후 학생들이 나가야 할 방향 또는 준비해야 하는 과정을 직접 CEO에게
prepared me quite pragmatically by connecting us with the business professionals in class and outside class. It helped me understand what the people want and how it's working outside. So it was a complete pragmatic approach. So so far the expectations have been met with the interesting alumni, students, most importantly people from the other campus, which you don't get to meet. So we are kind of socializing and having a really nice get-together.
그래서 매년 이렇게 진행이 되는
I
커리어
definitely
페어는
know that I'm
EU
ready to
학생들이
take the
가장
next step in my
만족해하는
career because EU really helped me. They gave me all the knowledge that I need, and right now I know for sure that I know what I want to do in the future and where I want to go.
Hey, thank you for the video. Just a final point, we are always very proud of different students. We have an alumni of 27 over 1,000 around the world. And I know speaking to you mainly as a Korean audience, you'll be interested as well. So where do the Asian students come from and what sort of jobs do they go on to? So I pulled out some examples, and here you can see in the slides, including Korean as well, where all these Asian students come from, which countries, as well as after graduation, which kinds of companies they work in. Many of them, I wouldn't say all of them, some of them would like to go back to the home countries because they have job opportunities, or some of them even run family businesses. But most Asian students like to, even if they don't want to stay in Europe for the long term, would like to get a few years of experience in an international or European company. So these are some examples of some students, who have gone on to work in companies like, Siemens, International Air Travel Association, and so on. So these are some examples, and just to show you how international the profile is of our students, as well as the kinds of companies that they go on to work.
지금 보시는 화면은 아시아 학생들이 EU 대학교를 졸업한 뒤 여러 기업들로 취업한 사례들과 기업 이름들 리스트입니다. 몇몇 학생들은 각 고국으로 돌아간 학생들이 있지만 대부분의 학생들은 유럽에서 취업을 하고 독일에서 취업한 사례가 많이 있습니다.
Yeah. So with that, that comes to the application to EU, and this is the final 2 slides, I think. For the bachelor program, of course, for us, we look at the national high school qualifications. So students will need to, of course, graduate from the high schools with decent results. And for us, the level of English is also important, where we require an IELTS 6.0 level or equivalent. If not, we have an English test that students can take with us directly. And we also require 2 recommendation letters and an essay that students should write.
EU 비즈니스 스쿨에 입학하기 위해서는 각 고등학교 졸업장과 성적 증명서가 필요합니다. 그리고 영어 공인 점수인 토플 80점 또는 IELTS 6점이 필요합니다. 그리고 2개의 추천서와 장문 또는 비디오 에세이 하나가 필요합니다. 이 모든 서류를 준비하여서 EU 대학교에 입학 신청을 할 수 있습니다.
As I said just now, if students do not meet with any requirements for the bachelor level, there are the foundation programs in English and also for the business bridging to help students to be ready and prepared before they start the bachelor program.
네, 이상으로 EU 비즈니스 스쿨에 대해서 알아보았습니다.